Hey guys, it's Sarah. So today I decided to show you guys my Bison Cammy time lapse. So here are all the materials needed. Feel free to pause at any time and take a look. Alright, so first I'm going to show you here how I lay out my patterns. Make sure to pin them down for assurance to make sure they don't slide around, and then just cut. This material is a latex, but it also has a fabric backsiding, so it was actually really interesting to sew because it was like sewing a fabric, but it was just a tad bit thicker and stickier because it had the latex outer side. You can see here it's a 4-way stretch, and it's from the Yaya Han collection at Joann's. You can see here this is actually ×8. Fast forwarded, and you can see it looks like I'm working really fast, but I went really slow because this fabric is just so expensive, and I just wanted to make sure I got it right the first time. Of course, with anything, make sure you make a mock-up like I did before, and use the final fabric when you feel comfortable. And you can see here all the patterns are laid out. I believe there are maybe 8 pieces in total to this whole entire project that I had, minus the collar. But you can see here, and here I'm going to slow it down actually while I take the pins out. I will show you. This pattern calls for 2 cuts of every fabric. It's mirrored, so pretty much I have one for each side, so I doubled the fabric over. You can see here, all my fabric's cut out, and at this point I really wanted to shoot myself, but it was time to sew. Make sure you fill your bobbin up all the way because you will have to do it several times during this project. I just used my sewing machine. And here the real fun begins. Make sure you line up your fabric, put lots of pins down if needed, and go slowly. Again, this is probably ×8, so it took a lot longer for me to do this than it seems on camera. First I use a zigzag stitch, and then I go over it with a very fine and small straight stitch on the inner side. That way I have a reassurance that I can be rough with this fabric and it won't tear or tear as easily. So make sure you do that. Zigzag stitch for sure, and then a straight stitch. I can't talk today. Okie dokie, now you can see all the pieces together, the front pieces and the back pieces, and this is how it was before I sewed it all together. There's the collar, and then next thing you do is you pretty much get it at the shoulders. You just sew it at the soldiers, oh my goodness, the shoulders. And now you can see here, I am putting the zipper in right now. I chose a 22-inch zipper, but it was actually pretty big for me. But again, I'm only 5 feet tall, so you may need something a little bit bigger. You probably will use a full 22 to 24 inches. You can see here again, do the zigzag and the straight stitch. Stop! The heck? And you can see here, I am about to hem. Make sure you stretch. You can see here, make sure to stretch your fabric while you are sewing it. That way you don't get any like creases or wrinkles, because that seems to happen a lot with this latex fabric, and you do not want that. So make sure you do that. Be very careful because I poked myself like 50 times during this project. Stop! What the heck? Okay. And now you're going to see this final product. I do have a few more things to add to it, but look, you can see the zipper is all functional and everything is Gucci. Thanks guys for watching!